Hello, everyone out there in the YouTube vinyl community, music fans and music lovers. Edward here from Prog Rock Tommy's Corner, back with a video. I just want to do a response to Ed over at King's Court Contest for the worst Elvis songs. And I have to admit, the only video that I watched was the rules for his contest and the found out the prizes that he was giving for whoever wins. And I would like to add those to my collection. So um, I wanted to participate in this contest. Now, I've never watched a lot of his videos, and I just want to say congratulations to your all the subscribers you have on your channel. And one of the ways I found out by about his contest was watching someone else's video. I think it was Beetle Brad or Mean Mustard Mayo. I hope I said those channel name right, but then I got curious and it sounded interesting, and so I thought, I like Elvis. I'm not a big time fan and know a lot of things about Elvis, but I like a lot of Elvis's music, and some songs I really don't like that he's done. I will say this: my grandparents, especially my grandmother, loved Elvis and played a lot of his records when I was a kid. So I'm going to talk about now the what I feel are the worst Elvis songs that he did. And to quote Elton John here, "Don't shoot me, I'm just a piano player," in that kind of text there. So I'm not trying to offend nobody, but here I go. Now from the 50s, I'm going to do from the three categories, and I hope my entry is are in the rules and in the context of the contest. Excuse me. But I'm going to pick three songs from the 50s, 60s, and 70s that I feel are not very good Elvis Presley songs. From the 50s, I never did like his song or the song he does, Milk Cow Blue Boogie. I don't know why. I feel like that's a song like, I don't know, a song where he's singing like he's trying to get his feet wet into getting into the recording session or whatever songs he's going to record that day. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know a lot, but never been a fan of that one. A second one from the 50s is Loudy Miss Cloudy. And I remember him doing that on the 68 comeback special. And I don't know. I don't like it. It's just not something, one of my favorites. And don't get me wrong, Elvis has a great voice. The man can sing, and he can play some guitar. And my third choice from a song from the 50s, from the King Creole movie, which is a movie I do like and love. I just never did like Dixieland Rock. I don't like the way that song begins. I don't know what it is, but the dun dun. I don't know. There's something about it. I'm just not a fan of that song. Now moving on to the 60s. I have three other songs from that period. I never did like Fever. I never did like the way he did that song. Again, he's a great vocalist, but when I think of that song, and I can't think of the female vocalists who have done it, that's the version that I remember hearing and liking. And when I heard Elvis do it, there was just something about it that just, I don't know, just it's it I'm sure it's a good vocal track, but it's just, I don't know what the right word to say. Again, I don't want to offend anybody. I felt like it's dry or something. But anyway, the next song from the 60s is from a movie, and I can't remember the name of the movie. Maybe Speedway, I don't remember. But I never did dig the song There's No Room to Rumba in a Sports Car. I don't know. I mean, I feel like someone wrote that song, hear Elvis sing it, put your great vocal to it. The song, I don't know, it doesn't do anything. It's like, it seems like a song that would be like a rarity if you had an album of rarities of Elvis Presley. Just not a big fan. Now, this next song, this might shock some folks because this is one of his big hits from the late 60s. I'm just not a fan of this song, and that's the song In the Ghetto. I don't know what it is, but I've never been a fan of that song. That song kind of, I don't mean to sound like this, but it kind of bores me a little bit. But I'm sure, he had huge success. And again, what do I know? I'm just a guy here making YouTube videos, and he's the king, Elvis Presley, of rock and roll. So, In the Ghetto is, to me, not one of his best songs. Now, moving to the 70s. Now, before I get into these three songs that are Elvis war songs from the 70s, I think, and I kind of vaguely remember hearing him, and I don't really didn't like it. It just sounded, from what I remember, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I didn't look for it in my collection. But I remember hearing him, if I'm correct, and maybe somebody can correct me, but I never did like his version of Get Back by the Beatles. Again, I think it was just a song they were having fun, and he was singing to it, and they were just, I don't know. I could be wrong, but anyway, the three songs that I didn't think were that great songs from the 70s. The first one is An American Trilogy. I never liked that. Not saying that it wasn't a good song, but it wasn't just one of his great ones. It doesn't, for me, it doesn't do anything for me. The second one, Raised on Rock, never did like that song. And the third and final song that I thought was not so good from his 70s period is the tune Way Down. Never did like that song. Another one that just seemed like filler. Not a great song. But those are three, maybe four songs that I could think of from the 70s that are just not Elvis's great songs. Now, don't get me wrong. Elvis is a great artist, great singer, and he had great musicians to back him up and great backup vocalists, and he could deliver a song, and he had big time hits. So I hope I did this video contest entry correct. Here are my choices for the worst Elvis songs from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Again, everyone, thank you for watching, and we'll see what happens. And again, Ed, congratulations, and thank you for having this contest. Really cool gifts you're giving, so we'll see what happens. Take care, everyone, and have a good rest of your evening or morning. Bye-bye.